A very good evening and welcome to State of Business, our television's prime-time business news bulletin. I'm Madhusha Palakumar. Let's take a look at the headlines first. World Vision launches global campaign to end violence against children. And Indian government agrees to end bottom trawling, says Minister Amaravira. Now the stories in detail. A regional campaign to end violence against children in the Asia-Pacific region was launched in Colombo today. The campaign is supported by World Vision and International Christian Aid and Development Agency and a host of other organizations. The Secretary to the Ministry of Child Affairs in Sri Lanka, Chandrani Senaratne, was the chief guest during the occasion. Based on the theme, It Takes a World to End Violence Against Children, World Vision initiated this campaign with partners across 17 countries in the Asia-Pacific region, focusing on ending child marriage, sexual abuse, child trafficking, child labor, and home and corporal punishment. According to the World Vision campaign publication, the Asia-Pacific region has one of the highest rates of violence against children in the world, with approximately 64% of children between 2 to 17 years experiencing violence over the past year. Globally, South Asia holds the highest prevalence of child marriage and tops child labor cases in the world. This campaign was globally launched in March 2017 in Bangladesh and contributes to the United Nations Development Goal to end the abuse, exploitation and all forms of violence against children.
Currently, my ministry facilitates the response of Sri Lanka as a pathfinder country to this global call on ending violence against children. Violence against children includes all forms of physical, sexual, mental violence. We know the goal to end violence against children may sound too ambitious. After all, we are not only aiming at reducing violence, but actually saying ending violence against children. And we believe it can be done in this generation. On 2nd June 2017, National Partnership to End Violence Against Children in Sri Lanka was launched as a part of new celebrative partnership between the government, civil society, faith organizations, the private sector, the media, children, NGOs, INGOs, and other key stakeholders. Strengthened by the strong commitment and support by our government, this partnership has been able to grow and start a steady process to work towards putting an end to the violence against children of Sri Lanka is vulnerable for. As a government, we are also committed to work with other countries, particularly in the Asia region, in helping each other to build a safer world for all of our children.
Meanwhile, addressing the launch, the Director General of South Asia Initiative to End Violence Against Children, Dr. Rinchen Choffel, highlighted measures that needs to be taken in order to end violence against children. He also noted the importance of strengthening regional cooperation in order to eliminate violence against children.
So much work has gone in, and now we're back to square one to restart the whole process. And that's why it's important, I think, when we work as development partners, we need to be able to share and hold common dialogue so that we are able to achieve meaningful work for children. Aspect of what I wanted to bring this message to this forum is this: the campaign takes a bigger, much more wider approach, but at the end of the day, I think we need to make it meaningful to every small constituency that we deal with. We also have a process whereby all the regions of the world annually meet together under the umbrella of the UN Secretary General for ending violence against children. Next meeting of the cross-regional meeting is organized by SIVAC. I'd like to invite World Vision's It Takes a World to End Violence Against Children campaign to that cross-regional meeting to share what has happened from now till then and what you want to do and how you can actually get all the regions of the world to actually take cognizance of this campaign's approach and vision and missions. I would also like to stress that World Vision country offices take active interest in the work that is going on in the member states, particularly in the NACGs, how you can actually meaningfully contribute in driving the NACGs forward. Because at the end of the day, SIWOC is the only platform where the governance structure, the political entity provides meaningful spaces for civil society in the decision making, which gets politically recognized and endorsed. There is no other platform that I know of anywhere, forget in South Asia, anywhere in the world. By end of January, when we are hoping to hold that SIWOC interfaith platform, the terms of reference is already approved and it's on the ground. We'll probably have another entry point where violence against children can be more effectively addressed.
The Ministry of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources Development conducted a press briefing this afternoon in relation to the discussions which were held in New Delhi with the Indian government regarding bottom trawling in the Indian Ocean. Addressing the media, Minister Mahinda Maravira disclosed that according to discussions, the Indian government has agreed to not to issue licenses for bottom trawling machines in the future. The Indian government has also accepted that approximately 3,000 bottom trawlers are currently being used by their fishermen and agreed to use them for other purposes. Accordingly, the request which was made by the Sri Lankan government to fix a vessel monitoring system in Indian vessels was also accepted by the Indian government.
Bottom trawling කියන පන්න ක්‍රමය මසුන් අල්ලන එක පමණක් නෙවෙයි මුහුදු පතුලත් විනාශ වෙන බව අපි මේ සෑම සාකච්ඡාවකදීම ඉතාමත් තදින් ඉදිරිපත් කරා. අපි සතුටු වෙනවා මේ වතාවේදී ඉන්දියාවේ රාජ්‍ය පැත්තෙන් එය සිදුවෙන හානි සිදුවෙන බවත් ඒ වගේම මෙය අනවසර නීති විරෝධී පන්න ක්‍රමයක් සහ මේ නීති විරෝධී කටයුත්තක් කියන එක පිළිගත්තා පමණක් නෙමෙයි ඒකාබද්ධ නිවේදනයට එම වචනේ අතුල් කරන්නත් ඒ අයගේ එකඟතාවය පළ කරා.
Let's take a look at more news after this break. Welcome back. The Economic Freedom Summit organized by the Advocata Institute was held in Colombo recently. Minister of Special Assignments Sarat Thamanugama graced the third day of the summit as the chief guest. According to Canada's Fraser Institute's annual Economic Freedom of the World report, Sri Lanka is ranked 94th, which is an improvement compared with 101st in the previous year. The Advocata Economic Freedom Summit brought together leading thinkers and doers to deliberate on the state of economic freedom on Sri Lanka. The participants engaged in discussions, debates and contemplated on ideas on how to improve levels of economic freedom in Sri Lanka and to provide audit of Sri Lanka's ratings on the acclaimed Economic Freedom of the World Index. The summit had a series of events from October 11 to 13 centered on roundtable discussions bringing together people from industry, academia and think tanks to identify areas to reform Sri Lanka's economy.
රජයේ යුතුයකමක් තියෙනවා ඒ ආයෝජන ලබා ගන්න පරිසරයක් ඇති කරන ගමන්ම තමන්ගේ අනන්‍යතාවය තමන්ගේ ඉතිහාසය තමන්ගේ රටේ අවශ්‍යතාවයන් අනුව ඒක හසුරුවන්න. ඒතකොට බොහෝ විට සමහර අය කියනවා මේ රටේ ආර්ථික නිදහස නැහැ. ආර්ථික වශයෙන් මේක ඉච්චරම අපට පිළිගන්න පුළුවන් පරිසරයක් නෙමෙයි. ඉතින් මේක හැමදාම ගනුදෙනු කරන දෙයක්. බොහෝ විට ආර්ථිකයේ අවශ්‍යතාවය ආර්ථිකය දියුණු කරන්න තියෙන උවමනාව මත ඒ නිදහස මොකක්ද කියලා අපිට විශ්ලේෂණය කරන්න වෙනවා.
Let's take a look at stocks after this break. Welcome back. Trading at Colombo Stock Exchange ended on a negative note today. The all-share price index dropped by 36.36 points to close at 6,595.94, and the S&P SL 20 index dropped by 70.12 points to close the session at 3,845.30. The turnover was 394.9 million rupees and 21.2 million shares were traded. Up next is Forex rates. With that, we wrap up State of Business for the day. We'll meet you tomorrow with more latest news at the same time. Until then, take care. Good night.